What's good with you YouTube fam? You guys are watching the TheCaliEffect King of Games, and today we are going to be playing our first link-based deck. That's right, World Chalice will soon hit the TCG shores, and you guys need to be prepared for going against it or playing it, and that's exactly what this video is going to do for you guys. As you guys can see, the brilliant engine is just too strong, being able to tutor multiple monsters to my side of the field, as well as ferry Rice to the graveyard, which tutors itself right back into your hand, is nothing less to scoff at. And also being able to summon a plethora of monsters to rival Zodiac is also a very big thing that we thought links would stop. Plot twist, it does the exact opposite. As you guys can see in this video, I'm probably going to go through more than half of my extra deck, if not just about half. And most of it is coming from my first couple of turns. We're already at 9 cards, 6 monsters summoned, and that is insane for any deck. Now, before I get the Super World Chalice players and tell me that I couldn't have possibly summoned Stargrail or World Chalice in Ngrisu, here is the thing. Yes, at a previous time I actually thought Ngrisu was a little bit broken. I thought he required 1 link monster plus other monsters. Come to find out, at least 2 of his monsters must be link. But this can be easily remedied by just sending the other 2 monsters for a proxy dragon, and the exact same combo is still on board. You guys are actually going to see the exact same thing in the combo tutorial. Just substitute the other 2 monsters to make a proxy dragon, and you're still completely doing the exact same thing. In this game, we're going to be playing against Freezer. Shout out to you for noticing that the TheCaliEffect does play on Dueling Book, and he is piloting a Blue Eyes deck, possibly a very big contender for this link format, a deck that is completely or just about unaffected by the mechanics of Link, seeing that it only typically special summons 1 monster from the extra deck. As you guys can see, we're going to make a huge board after he broke our board and destroyed our back row 2 times. 2 times. I'm getting a little insane because he did it twice. He didn't do it once. He did it twice. And he was like, nah, your back row, bro. And I was like, bruh, I need to strike something in this game. He wasn't having that. This deck is extraordinarily well at recursing its resources, as you guys can see with World Chalice Ages, being able to recycle link monsters or any World Chalice monsters from my graveyard to my hand basically essentially allows me to play with another deck. And oh my, did you guys just see me lock the opponent out of the extra deck? This deck is too saucy. Let's get you guys right into the deck profile. World Chalice is a very fun deck to play, and I really hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile. Let's get right into it. We run 3 copies of Stargrail World Chalice. This is probably the single most important World Chalice monster when it comes to the combos. In order to search it and add itself, 3 copies of World Chalice Rice. Card is really good, especially that it is a level 2 fairy that's light. 3 World Chalice Dragon Protector. I think of him as a hand trap, so you don't necessarily have to run 3, but seeing that, like I said, he is a hand trap that can activate on the field as well as be a World Chalice monster, I decided to run 3 copies. 3 World Chalice Beckon. The combos wouldn't be as smooth if you had anything less than 3 of World Chalice Beckon inside of the deck. He is the Gusto Emerald play, and as well as other rank 4s if you decide to play him. 3 copies of World Chalice Chosen. He is extremely important, seeing that he is another level 3 monster, special summon on white, emergency teleport, and still actually allows us to make Invoker plays and other rank 3 plays. 3 copies of Agent Creation of Venus. This card is extremely important into the deck as well. Even when you don't get the transmodify play going, you can still just summon Venus and start going into other plays. 3 copies of Mystical Shine Ball for the Agent Creation of Venus to special summon. 1 copy of Agent of Mystery Earth. This card allows us to search Venus. 1 copy of Rescue Rabbit and 1 Maxi. Rescue Rabbit is a card that you guys didn't see make an appearance, but it is an extraordinary card allowing you to special summon your normal monsters to the side of the field. We didn't run the level 2 World Chalice monster, mainly because it didn't do anything for us. At first I thought I could make Totally Awesome, but it's not an Aqua monster, so I didn't really see a need to run the level 2. That puts us at monsters at 24. For spells, 3 copies of Transmodify. This card's really important. There are actually times where I've transmodified the Shine Ball, or I've unexpected died a Shine Ball to transmodify into an Agent Creation of Venus, because it really doesn't matter. As long as you can get the Venus off, it'll get you multiple summons, but the most optimal play is to rice it. I've actually Shine Balled, summoned Venus, Shine Balled, or transmodified a Shine Ball to summon another Venus to go into an Invoker play, so, you know, there's that. 3 copies of World Chalice Aegis, singularly probably the most important spell card. Being able to add World Chalice monsters from our graveyard to our hand is extremely underrated. 2 Painful Decision. I would run 3 if they weren't once per turn and I had more targets, but essentially allows you to tutor your World Chalice monsters. And then 2 Unexpected Die, almost for the exact same reason, a Painful Decision, just to tutor that normal monster to your side of the field. And when you Unexpected Die your normal monster, everything else becomes free, because now you have technically 3 summons: your normal monster that was a special summon, your Idmuck, and, you know, the normal summon through the Idmuck, and then your regular normal summon. 2 copies of Swing of Memories. This card was heavily underrated when I was building this deck. Being able to special summon a normal monster, which is more than likely going to be one of your World Chalice monsters, is very underrated. 2 copies of the Stargrail field spell card. I don't even remember what it was called, okay? Basically what it does, I realize that this deck doesn't really work extremely well when you're playing a lot of traps, because that means you have to take out a lot of cards. You could necessarily play the Solemn, you know, Brigade and everything else, but I just felt if my opponent is going to be playing a Zoo or anything that's going to destroy my board, they're either going to have to destroy this card first or just deal with all of my monsters that are going to come back. The Terraforming, the Search It, and then the Emergency Teleport to special summon World Chalice chosen to your side of the field. That sums up the spells at 16, making it a 40 card deck. For the extra deck, we run 3 copy of Idmuck. This is the best World Chalice monster. Being able to gain an additional summon, he's really easy to summon, and the fact that World Chalice monsters don't have restrictions are just, it's insane. 2 copies of Maiden's Eve. This card is actually really good too. And actually, there's multiple times where I've taken my opponent's extra deck and basically said they can't special summon from the extra deck. This deck is really good at doing that, and Maiden's Eve is a critical part into it. 2 copies of Aurum. Aurum is the card that you want into your extra deck scales, because it allows you to, you know, special summon 2 monsters and has down arrows. It's essentially the best one to be in your extra deck scale. 1 copy of Ningirsu. There's times where I want to play 3, but I don't necessarily need 3. If I were, I would take out the Gaia Saber for it, for Ningirsu, and I'd probably take out the Deco Talker for maybe another Aura or another Maiden's Eve. But both of those cards are still pretty good into the deck. Deco Talker actually gives us a monster that's big enough to run over things, such as Masterpiece. And Gaia Saber is just pretty good. I never thought it would be that good, but it's pretty good. Link Spider is probably one of the more important, underrated Link monsters in this deck. It actually allows me to lock the opponent out of their extra deck. Then the Diagusto Emeralds. I'm running 2 because there are 2 cards that I completely neglected to get, and they, you know, they're Japanese, so I have to like wait to get them, and you guys need the deck profile now, so hey, here you have it. One of them being Firewall Dragon and the other one being Proxy Dragon, but the deck doesn't necessarily need those 2 to function. Neither one of them are like, you know, pivotal for the strategy, but if I had them, I'd probably drop like a Diagusto Emerald and then this 1 copy of Breaksword. Ultimately, Breaksword's still pretty good. You can special summon it. He breaks himself, destroys an opponent's back row, and then your extra deck zone is free. And then Invoker has been a solid card inside of this deck. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let's get you to the combo tutorial. Guys, I'm gonna call this a 2.5 card combo. That could also be like a 5 card combo to completely lock your opponent out of their extra deck. We're gonna start off with summoning the Rice, and with Rice you're going to add the World Chalice Stargrail. Then you're gonna activate Transmodify to send this to the graveyard to special summon Venus to your side of the field. Next, you're going to use Venus to special summon 3 Shine Balls. Actually, make sure the Venus is right here. It is very important that your Venus is on the far side. And then you're going to use 1 of your Shine Balls to make Idmuck. Idmuck's going to give you a normal summon, so go ahead and tribute the Shine Ball for the Stargrail. And then the Idmuck and the Stargrail monster is going to make Aurum to your side of the field. Next, the Stargrail World Chalice is going to activate, special summoning 2 of these to your side of the field, and you're going to use those to make Diagusto Emerald. we're not completely done with our cards, as we're going to use the Shine Ball to make another Itmuk. And then we're going to use Daigusto Emerald to shuffle all 3 Shine Balls back inside of your deck. Bam, bam, and bam. Next, we're going to pay 500 additional life points to special summon Mystic Shine Ball. And here is where that card comes in. If you have a monster in your hand, which means if you went first and you have other monsters, or if you drew one of our plethora of cards that add a monster from your hand, Painful Decision, you know, the Aegis card, go ahead and pitch it to add the Rice to your hand, or if it's a Stargrail monster already, more power to you. And then you will use the Itmuk in the Shine Ball to make our first princess. That's going to special summon the Stargrail monster you need to continue this combo. The second is going to special summon the Shine Ball, and you're going to use the Emerald in the Rice to make your second one. Now you're going to summon your third Shine Ball and use one of the Shine Balls to summon your next Itmuk. From there, those 3 cards will make your Ningirsu, which will net you 3 cards. Now, if you have Swing of Memories, any other way to special summon any other type of normal monsters, if you have an Aegis to recycle one of your Itmuk back, you can consequently use that to summon your Itmuk, and then use another normal monster to special summon Link Spider, which completely locks your opponent out of the extra deck. I've done it so many times before. Well, thank you guys so much for watching another segment of the Cali Effect. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy.